Hey everyone, it's Colin here on day 9 of my 30-day challenge. So in the past, I have been very like if I saw a girl I was attracted to from afar, I would just have this feeling of hopelessness. Like there was nothing that I could really do. I could only observe from afar, and I just kind of felt powerless in the situation. I'm sure that wasn't the only area that I felt powerless. Perhaps like something, if I saw a career I wanted or something. But for the most part, what was really apparent is that yes, beautiful girl over there I'm attracted to, and I can't do anything about it. I can only admire. So yesterday I had this first real experience of actually having to transition in that area, and I also just started to see myself as a completely different person. And after 8 days, so this has been pretty rapid and kind of incredible. So yesterday I was at the grocery store, talked to the first person I saw, and didn't go so well. So usually the first person I talk to, very anxious about, I'm very unsmooth, and whatever. It's just how it seems to go. Like the first person of the day is sort of like, I'm sorry you happened to be the first person of the day. It's unfortunate for everyone. And I carry on. So the next group I saw, it was this group of 3 younger girls that were all pretty cute in my opinion. And I just rolled up to them right in the middle of this, where in the grocery store where everyone's getting lunch. Like it was this lunch area where you buy food ready to go. And I was basically on stage doing this in front of not only her friends, but everyone else around is totally knows what's happening and totally hear me. And I am freaking out on the inside, and on the outside, I'm actually able to compose myself and do this and have this conversation. And she even rejected me, and then I was able to stay in the conversation and continue being kind of flirting and just having fun with it. And as I'm leaving the grocery store, as I'm paying for my groceries, there's somebody in front of me who just paid, who I think is pretty cute, and just left. And I look at the clerk and I say, she was kind of cute. Should I go and get her number or ask for her number? She's like, yeah, do it. And so I take off. I put my groceries on the belt, and I take off out the door, and then I can't find her. And then all of a sudden, this car is pulling up in front of me, and it's her in the car. And so I'm like, halt. And then I run up to her window, and I'm like, sorry, I know this is insane, but, and it turns out she's married. She's like, sorry, I'm married. Creep. No. And then I run back to the clerk, and I was like, and she's like, oh my God, what happened? And I was like, oh, she's married. And I noticed that I'm still freaking out. I was all nervous. I was picking up groceries, not knowing what I was doing. And I was just like, okay, calm down. I just did this in front of a bunch of people. Everything's gonna be okay. And at the same time, what the clerk said to me was, oh, thank you. That was really great. I always just, I see the same things every day, and it's always nice to have something spice it up a little. So I got that I'm really having fun with this, and it's also enlivening other people's days around me for the most part. And so then later that day, this is when I really noticed that something had shifted in the kind of observing and feeling powerless thing, was that I'd already talked to 6 people, and I was like, okay, I hit my quota, I can totally relax. And I saw somebody who I thought was attractive across the street, and I couldn't help it. I just got up and I ran over to her. I was thinking, you never know, this could turn into something. I can't just let this opportunity go, because maybe we'll go on a date and maybe I'll really like her and whatever. So I went up to her and that was the first experience of really being able to just, I was compelled to do it. It wasn't I was forcing myself, oh no, I gotta do this, God. So I was, and then, she actually said yes. So it was oh, perfect little lesson, I guess. And then the last thing is that I also experienced a more intimate rejection yesterday. The girl that I talked to the day before, that I actually had a really great, intimate sort of conversation with our first meeting, she texted me yesterday and said that she was like, I'm going to decline on coffee because I'm going through a lot, and I'm going through a breakup. And at first my thought was, oh, she talked to me for 5 minutes on the street, and then realized that I was an idiot or something, and then now she doesn't want to hang out with me. And then I was like, no, then I could easily listen to that voice and just be quiet voice, and just really accept the rejection, and all it is she's dealing with whatever she's dealing with. and I'm just continuing to do whatever it is I do, and just really not be affected by it, and continue just like in almost enjoying the fact that this is part of the dance. This is part of, you know, going out and asking people. This is part of taking risks. Like, I'm going to get rejected by some people over text message who have talked to me for 5 minutes, and it's going to happen. And it's like, yeah, this is part of it. I'm like embracing it. So anyway, I'm just getting a lot out of this, and I hope you are too. And please, thank you so much for, I mean, not please, but thank you so much for all the comments and love. And if you want to share with me like anything that you are getting out of this, or if you want to take on your own challenge or something, I totally encourage people to do something like this. It's fantastic. So thank you. Talk to you soon.